Hello. This is my 21st century classroom. Specifically, we're going to do real world education or project based learning. And for this first picture, I have selected I guess the quality isn't very good, but it has the right idea of what I want in my classroom. I want my students to be able to sit in a group, and this is kind of the idea I have. Exactly like that, maybe 5 or 4. What really helps is the collaboration aspect, especially for projects. You could easily group the students without them having to stress about, who's going to pick me in their group, or I can't think of anybody to put in mine. It just automatically puts them there together. So that's what I see myself having as my setup in a classroom, Lord permitting. There's a few issues and trends in that order. The top is issues, an imbalance of student contribution. Like all group projects, we know how it goes. Some students are just not willing to cooperate with the group and won't want to work as much, or even the student that just wants to do it all because maybe they're passionate or they just want to get it done. The imbalance of student contribution is kind of in the name. But it happens, and it happens everywhere, especially, even in job sites. Someone might do everything, and someone might just kind of sit back and coast. And then just introducing the concept to a body of students. They might not be used to leading their own education. They might be used to listening to the teacher, or just like listening and not being the ones that lead their own education. So they might not really be used to it, and they might not give a full effort, or they might not reach the full potential when it comes to individual work. And then some of the trends, internships. That was big in my high school. Getting put into the experience of what you want to do. And I know we did it, the education department does it with field experience. It's not exactly an internship, but it is kind of the same time. Just it is a project in itself, getting put in your situation where you see yourself in the future. And then specified projects, kind of the same idea as internships, but making projects based on what a student wants to do in their careers. This can be done more in specialized schools like prep schools, or schools of the like, where everyone's like-minded, or they have the capacities or facilities to do such things. So ways to integrate project-based learning or real-world education. You can do role-playing. I really like this because since I'm going to be in social studies, I think it's kind of a lighthearted way to learn, but it can stick with somebody if you're giving students a role and they can play it out and recall how the role went, like if they're trying to do a big idea or trying to remember something for an exam. And then retrieval practice it's similar just to doing like a group project, but it is like a different way to memorize things by doing hands-on activities, which we'll get onto in this next slide. There's a few apps that will help the retrieval practice. Seesaw, I used this in high school. It's just a way for you to make videos, so you can assign a video project where a student can explain something. I did it for Spanish class, so we had to record ourselves speaking in Spanish, but you can really use Seesaw for anything, because it's really just a video creator that students can use very easily. Google Sites, this is something that a teacher can use just to put directions and resources that are needed for a project or a hands-on activity. And then Nearpod is a way to get students to interact with your lesson instead of maybe them being able to slack off or coast. Kind of forces them in a fun way to be engaged. So that is all I have in terms of real-world education or project-based learning.